we can start the song.
You give the entry.
सहयोग से होगा सर्वोदय, सहयोग से होगा सर्वोदय। सब सुनो हे इंसानों, सहयोग करो, सहयोग करो, ओ प्रभु की संतानों, ओ प्रभु की संतानों। अब दूर नहीं मंजिल अपनी, ओ शांति के परवानों। सहयोग करो, सहयोग करो, ओ प्रभु की संतानों, ओ प्रभु की संतानों। सहयोग का ये आंदोलन है, सद्भाव का आंदोलन, सद्भाव का आंदोलन। देते हैं समस्त जगत को आज हम एक सात्विक चिंतन, एक सात्विक चिंतन। भाव के गौरव को, ओ बंधुत्व भाव के गौरव को, ओ जग वालो जानो। सहयोग करो, सहयोग करो, ओ प्रभु की संतानों, ओ प्रभु की संतानों। सब मिलकर कर दे इस विश्व का रूप नया, इस विश्व का रूप नया। हर एक मानव में प्रेम जगे, हर एक मानव में दया, हर एक मानव में दया। आपस के भाईचारे की, आपस के भाईचारे की महिमा तुम पहचानो। सहयोग करो, सहयोग करो, ओ प्रभु की संतानों, ओ प्रभु की संतानों। हम शुरू करें आओ फिर से पूर्वजों की परंपरा, पूर्वजों की परंपरा। एक सारी वसुंधरा। इस जग में कोई पराया नहीं, हो इस जग में कोई पराया नहीं, सबको अपना मानो। सहयोग करो, सहयोग करो, ओ प्रभु की संतानों, ओ प्रभु की संतानों। सहयोग से होगा सर्वोदय, सब सुनो हे इंसानों। सहयोग करो, सहयोग करो, ओ प्रभु की संतानों, ओ प्रभु की संतानों, ओ प्रभु की संतानों।
Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning of your Murli class. So today we'll be revising the Murli of 17th of March 2003. 17th of March 2003. Today is the 2nd of December 2021. And it's a very good Murli to keep in mind for 2022 because it has an objective for the year. So the title of the Murli is this year, Stay in Your Self-Respect. So this whole year, coming year, we have to make intentions starting from now. Stay in your self-respect, give regard and cooperation with everyone, and make them powerful. So in the world, who is it that we give respect to? Just check and think, who are these people who get respected in the world? There are many, depending on which person you ask this question. There are many people who seem to be respected in this world. There are people that we are obliged to respect, and there are people who get respected because they have done something that has created some change in the world, being it from social or political, any field that they might have been coming from. Any achievers, usually, people go around them, they respect them. And again, depending on the area, depending on the person, they might be treated in a different way. So respect is something that we understand what it is when we are respected, how people treat us. When we respect others, how do we treat others? So this is a very big subject. But there is one thing common. There is something special. Whether it has been inherited or, sometimes you get respect because of somebody else that you are connected to. It's not something that you have, but who do you know or who's with you? You also feel sometimes, when you're with somebody, you feel that, because that person is respected, you also feel that respect as well. So it's a big subject, and Baba is going to explore that subject. And let's see how Baba is actually taking us through to that point of self-respect. So we have to pay attention and see what we feel when Baba speaks these words to us. Okay? So just tune yourself and see what kind of feelings emerge when you hear these Baba's words. So we'll start. The title is this year, Stay in Your Self-Respect. Give regard and cooperation with everyone and make them powerful. Today, Bab-Dada, the bestower of fortune, is seeing the 3 lines of fortune on the forehead of each of his children everywhere. One is the line of fortune of godly sustenance. The second is the line of fortune of elevated teachings of the true teacher. The third is the sparkling line of Shrimad. All 3 lines are sparkling very well in the center of the forehead of all the children everywhere. In the center of the forehead of all the children everywhere. All of you are also seeing your lines of all the 3 types of fortune. Are you not? So Baba is given us and is sharing Baba's point of view of how Baba is seeing us. And Baba did not say that, some people have, some people don't. Baba says that in all children, everywhere, wherever you are, these 3 lines of fortune you already have. Because you are a child, you have these 3 lines of fortune. What 3 lines of fortune? The fortune of sustenance, the fortune of having Baba to give you this knowledge as a teacher. And the third is the fortune that you have Shrimad. Now Baba called all these 3 things as fortune. We are fortunate. We have received these 3 fortune. Now Baba is asking, what about you? Are you also seeing your lines of all these 3 types of fortune? Are you not? Are you able to see this line on yourself? Since the bestower of fortune is the father of you children, then apart from you, could anyone else have such elevated fortune? So you need to ask yourself. Bab-Dada is seeing that there are millions of souls in the world, but only out of those millions, this is the family of 600,000. There are so few of you. So you are a handful out of multi-million. Are you not? So imagine the population of the world. And out of all this population that we have, there are only 600,000 and maybe a little bit more by now. Are you able to see how fortunate you are compared to the world's population? You are in this category. Generally, all these 3 things sustenance, study, and elevated directions are essential for every human being in this life. Everyone has a parent or a guardian who sustains them. Everyone would be having some kind of education and will be following life based on certain principle. So these are three things which are essential. But then compare what you have received and compare what the world has been getting so far. However, there is the difference of day and night between this godly sustenance and the directions, sustenance and study received from the, However, there is a difference of day and night between this godly sustenance and the directions, sustenance and study received from the deity souls and human souls. So there are three categories, or there are three parts of our lives. There is the human soul of today, which is basically the majority of who you see at the moment. Then there are few out of them who move from that sustenance into godly sustenance. And then those people who have taken this sustenance, then they are going to experience a third kind of sustenance, which is from the deities. Okay? So there is a study that we will also receive when we are, in the golden age. But then look at the difference between these three. So your fortune is so elevated, you never even imagine it. However, now the heart of each one of you sings, I have attained. Have you attained? Or do you still have to attain it? What would you say? You have attained it? Have you not? The Father too is pleased to see the fortune of such children. Children say, Wah, Baba, Wah. It is the wonder of Baba. And the Father says, Wah, children, Wah. It is the wonder of you children. Don't just keep this fortune in your awareness. So have you felt this, that how fortunate you are based on what Baba said? You need to check. Do you feel that there is something very special and very unique where God is sustaining, teaching, and guiding us? Remember we spoke about respect. Who gets respected? Now see how much respect you deserve. Yeah? How much respect? Because respect is one thing. You cannot be respected if you don't feel respected. If you don't feel that you deserve respect, then even if there is respect towards you, you will not feel it. So the question here is just to pause and ask, okay? Now Baba is going to mention a very, very important point, which many of us, we make mistake here. So Baba first is checking that you are there with where Baba wants to put you. And then Baba asks, don't just keep this fortune in your awareness, but also remain an embodiment of that awareness. Don't just keep this fortune in your awareness, but always remain an embodiment of that awareness. Some children think very good things, but you mustn't become an embodiment of thoughts. Sochna Swarup. Become an embodiment of remembrance. Smriti Swarup. An embodiment of remembrance is an embodiment of power. Samarth Swarup. An embodiment of thoughts is not an embodiment of power. Okay? So this is a process of transformation of powerful thought. There is powerful thought, and then there is a feeling of being an embodiment, and through that there is power. So people who have self-respect, just thinking about the respect is not going to create power. We need to transform that into power, and then we can use it. So we continue. Baba is, as usual, making some assessment. Baba continues to smile on seeing the different games of the children. Some children remain embodiment of thoughts. They don't always remain an embodiment of remembrance. Sometimes they are an embodiment of thoughts, and at other times they are an embodiment of remembrance. Those who remain embodiment of remembrance are constantly in their natural form. Those who remain an embodiment of thoughts have to make effort. Those who remain an embodiment of thoughts have to make effort. This confluence age is not the age of making effort. It is the age for experiencing all attainments. You made effort for 63 births, but it is the age that is, now it is the age that is the time to attain the fruit of those efforts. Babdada was saying, did you make any effort to have the awareness of body consciousness? So when we went into body consciousness, or now when you understood, when you came and did this course, you understood that you are body conscious, or whenever you become body conscious, do you make effort to become body conscious? I am so-and-so, I am so-and-so. Did you make effort for that? Huh? That was natural, was it not? Body consciousness became your nature, did it not? It became such a strong nature that even now, at the time of becoming soul conscious, body consciousness pulls some children towards itself. You then think, I am a soul, I am a soul. However, body consciousness has become so natural that even against your conscious wish, or when you don't think about it, you repeatedly become body conscious. Babdada says, now it is your birth of dying alive. Now it is your birth of dying alive. Let your stage of soul consciousness, the awareness of soul, also become your nature and be just as natural. Nature and natural, Baba said it in English. You shouldn't have to make effort. I am a soul, I am a soul. When a child is born and begins to understand, as he grows older, he is given the introduction of who he is and whom he belongs to. What introduction did you Brahmin children receive when you were born? Who are you? The lesson of the soul was made firm for you, was it not? So let this first introduction become your natural nature. A nature is natural and constant. You don't have to make effort to remember it. In the same way, according to the time now, the soul conscious stage of every Brahmin child should be natural. The soul conscious stage of every Brahmin child should be natural. Some children do have this stage. They don't have to think about it. They are embodiments of remembrance. You now definitely have to become constantly and naturally an embodiment of remembrance. So why is that so? Because the last final paper of all Brahmin is this small paper of becoming conquerors of attachment and embodiment of remembrance. So, what will you do this year? So, Baba is already giving us homework. So, what you will do this year? You have understood about your fortune. You have accepted that fortune. You have understood how you need to accept that fortune. Now Baba is responding to the request of what we're going to do this year. Some children ask, what special aim should we have this year? Bapdada says, may you always be soul conscious and an embodiment of remembrance. May you always be soul conscious and an embodiment of remembrance. You are to attain liberation in life anyway, but before you become liberated in life, become free from having to labor. The result of what Baba is giving, you would not have to struggle. You will not have to make effort. This is what Baba is giving us, this homework, so that we can become free from laboring. This stage will bring the time closer and liberate all your brothers and sisters of the world from sorrow and peacelessness. This stage of yours will open the gates of the land of liberation. So do you not feel mercy for your brothers and sisters? Souls everywhere are crying out in distress. So your liberation will enable all to receive liberation. Therefore, check to what extent you have this natural awareness and thereby a powerful form. Natural awareness and thereby a powerful form. To become an embodiment of power means all waste will easily end. You will not repeatedly have to make effort. Now this year, because of love for the children, Bapdada doesn't want to see any of you children having to labor in any problem. Let the problem end and you become a powerful embodiment of solution. Is this possible? Is this possible? Dadis speak. Teachers speak. Is this possible? Pandavas, is this possible? Don't make excuses afterwards. Okay. So what is Baba's asking? That we become free from problems. We become embodiment of solution. And Baba is checking, are you able to be free from problems and embodiment of solution? So you can ask yourself as well, are you able to do that? Just, it's not about saying yes, it's about feeling that you have that, what it takes to become an embodiment of solution, and you understand how to go about. Bab Dada has already seen many games, very sweet games. No matter what happens, even if the form of the problem is 100 times bigger than the Himalayas, even if the problem comes through your body, mind, another person, or the element of nature, the problems that are external situations are nothing in front of your original stage. And the way to create your original stage is self-respect. Now, this is the line that you have to underline. Yeah? No matter how much the problem is big, even if the problem comes through your body, mind, another person, or the elements of nature, the problems that are external situations are nothing in front of your original stage. And the way to create your original stage is self-respect. Let there be self-respect in a natural way. Let there be self-respect in a natural way. You should not have to remember it. You should not repeatedly have to make effort. No, really, I am a spinner of the discus of self-realization. I am the light of the eyes. I am seated on the heart throne. I am that. Is anyone else going to be this? Who became this in the previous cycle? Was it someone else who had become this? Or did you become this? It was you. Is it you? And it is you, and you will become this every cycle. This is fixed. Bab Dada is seeing all the faces. You are all the same ones of the previous cycle. Are you of this cycle or of the many cycles before? You are the same ones of many cycles, are you not? Are you not? Those who are the same ones of every cycle, raise your hands. Then it is fixed, is it not? You have received the pass certificate, have you not? Or do you still have to claim it? You have received it, have you not? Have you received it, or do you still have to claim it? You received it in the previous cycle. So you will not receive it now? Will you not receive it now? Become an embodiment of this awareness. You have received the certificate. There will be a difference between passing with honors or simply passing, but you are the same one. You are sure about this, are you not? Or will you forget it? When traveling in the train, will it fly away? When you go on the plane? No. So Baba is saying, basically, when you go back to your homes, whether by train or plane, will this also fly away? This awareness that I am the same one that claimed that inheritance, that passed that test in the previous cycle. So Baba is giving one example. For instance, this year, you had determination to celebrate Shivratri with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm everywhere. And so you celebrated it, did you not? Through your determination, whatever you thought was accomplished, was it not? So what is the wonder of? What is this a wonder of? Unity and determination. You thought of doing 67 programs, but Bapdada saw that many children did more than that number of programs. This is the sign of a powerful form. It is practical proof of zeal and enthusiasm. You automatically did this everywhere, did you not? In the same way, all of you together give courage to one another and have the thought, we now definitely have to bring time close. We have to enable souls to receive liberation. However, this will happen when you put your thoughts into a practical form by becoming an embodiment of remembrance. Bapdada has heard that those from abroad are going to have a special Sneh Milan or a meeting, and people of Bharat also have a meeting. And so in the meeting, don't just make plans for service, make plans, but let there be a balance. Cooperate with one another in such a way that all of you become master almighty authorities and continue to fly ahead. Be a bestower and give cooperation. Don't look at the situation, but be cooperative. Stay in your stage of self-respect and become cooperative by giving regard, because when you give any soul regard from your heart, it is a very big act of charity. You gave zeal and enthusiasm to a weak soul, and so that was such great charity. You mustn't knock down those who have already fallen. You mustn't knock down those who have already fallen, but embrace them, not externally. To embrace means to make them equal to the Father. Give them cooperation. Okay, so you have asked, what should you do this year? Okay, so now have your pens and papers ready. Baba is giving us the homework in details. You have asked, what should you do this year? Have you not? Simply give regard and maintain your self-respect. Become powerful and make others powerful. Do not engage yourself in wasteful situation. Weak souls are weak anyway. And if you continue to look at their weaknesses, how would you become cooperative? Give cooperation and you will receive blessings. Give cooperation and you will receive blessing. When you are unable to do this, to do anything else, when you are unable to do anything else, the easiest effort of all is to give blessing and receive blessing. Give regard and become praiseworthy. Only those who give regard becomes praiseworthy of receiving respect from everyone. To the extent that you become worthy of respect now, to that extent you will have the right to the kingdom and become worthy of worship. So continue to give. Don't think of receiving. Continue to give. Don't think of receiving. To give when you receive is a work of a businessman. You are children of the bestower. Bapdada is pleased to see the service of the children everywhere. All of you have done very good service. However, you now have to move forward, do you not? All of you have done very good service through words. You have also achieved good results of serving through the facilities. You ended the complaints of many souls. Together with that, seeing the fast speed of time, Bapdada doesn't only want you to serve a few souls, for you are the instrument for bestowing liberation to all souls of the world because you are the Father's companion. So according to the speed of time, you now have to do three types of elevated service at the same time. One is your words, then your powerful stage, and third, elevated spiritual vibrations. Wherever you serve, spread such vibrations that everyone is easily attracted by the influence of the vibration. Look how even in your last birth, your non-living images are serving. Do they say anything through words? Their vibration are such that the devotees easily receive the fruit of their devotion. In this way, let the vibration be powerful. Let the rays of all powers spread through the vibrations and change the atmosphere. Vibrations are such that they make an imprint on your heart. Vibrations are such that they make an imprint on your heart. All of you have experienced how long the effect lasts when you have an impression of someone's good or bad vibration in your heart. It lasts for a very long time, does it not? It can't be removed even when you want to remove it. When someone's bad vibration has set in your heart, are you able to remove them easily? So your vibration of the rays of all powers will work like an imprint. Words can be forgotten, but an imprint created by vibration cannot be removed easily. You have experienced this, have you not? You do have this experience, do you not? Bab-Dada gives multi-million-fold congratulations for zeal and enthusiasm that Gujarat, Bombay showed. Why? What was your specialty? Why Baba is congratulating you? You continue to hold big functions, but why is Baba especially congratulating you? The speciality of both of these was of unity and determination. Where there is unity and determination, instead of 1 year, 1 year's work is achieved in 1 month. Did those from Gujarat and Bombay hear? So we will pause here for today and we'll just reflect about the Murli in silence and just think that what was your feeling from Baba's words? These are not ordinary words. These are God's words to you personally. So let's have a couple of minutes of reflection. Okay, so we can maybe share from your side.
Om Shanti.
Om
Good
Shanti.
morning, everyone. Very, very beautiful Murli. Today, the point touched me is where Baba said, don't just keep that the fortune in awareness, become the embodiment of this awareness. So, just being in awareness is not sufficient once again. So, we have to remember it, keep that awareness in remembrance, right? Only then you can extract the fruit, that is the power. So we need to remember all this. We need to be the embodiment of awareness, remembrance, and then the power.
Yeah.
Om Shanti.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Om Shanti.
Go ahead, sister.
Yeah. Baba has given us, bestowed us with the three line of fortune. Baba's sustenance on us, his elevated teachings, and the fortune of Srimad. These three lines of fortune are given us through the birth of Brahmin soul. So we should be always under the embodiment of awareness of the soul consciousness, remembrance, embodiment of remembrance of the soul consciousness, and become Smriti Swarup and Samartha Swarup through the embodiment of remembrance. So this natural nature should be constant. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Very nice.
Om Shanti. Adding on to what Sujata Ben and Sandhya Ben spoke about, Sochna Swarupni Smriti Swarup Bhavo. So what I was getting was, when we keep on thinking, it is a faculty of head. And only when we connect through heart, it becomes easy for one to imbibe or become an embodiment. So while I was looking at, I was listening to both of them, and I was listening to the Murli, I was just connecting that when we do things through heart, it becomes easy to imbibe and then bring that back in awareness and practice that so that even others can feel the same. Om Shanti.
Yeah. Thank you.
Om Shanti. The best part I like on today's Murli for me is that I can get out of this self-respect. We shouldn't be asking for respect from others. Instead, we should be respecting others. Then the respect will come by itself. So to me, that's the bigger thing for me, to do that every day.
Yeah.
What I can, whatever I do. So,
Yeah.
but that's what I like the most out of this. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. When you ask for respect, then it is not really respect because you are yeah. So that's true. Yeah, very true.
Om Shanti, brother, and Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti.
Besides what others, brothers and sisters have said, what really struck me was the nice portrayal of the Himalayas, that even if the problems are 100 times bigger than the Himalayas, be aware of your own self-respect, because you are actually bigger than that. And for me, that was a very important takeaway, because actually when you do the drishti and when you connect to Baba and you experience the power, you can experience that you are actually 100 times more powerful than the Himalayas. And if you can share that power with humility and grace, with beautiful vibrations, not only for yourself, but everyone around you, you automatically help in the spirit of cooperation to the weaker souls. Because somewhere in the end of the Murli, Baba is also talking a lot about the souls are weak anyway, but you don't have to think about that. You have to just keep helping them with positive vibrations. And you cooperate with them, because they are also very powerful souls in their original state. Maybe At this point, they are weak, but they were once also very powerful. So you not only do things for yourself, but you also help others. Give that powerful vibration. You're 100 times bigger than the Himalayas. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, very nice, beautiful.
Om
And-
Shanti. Adding on to what Inder Bhai and Harpreet then said, just continuing another point here, as Baba mentioned today, that each soul, each one of us need to be in our own self-respect. If we don't have our own self-respect, and if there is self-respect, even others are giving it to us, we will not feel it.
Yes, very true.
That's a point for me to practice and take on.
Yeah. Very good point. Any other ones? Any other thoughts? We still have some minutes. Anyone would like to share their thoughts? It's a very powerful Murli, actually. It's a Murli that you can actually take as a basis for the next year. You can make that as an aim, Baba has given us, because somebody had asked, no? Some people had asked. So it's a very powerful one.
Om Shanti.
I'm
I
sure.
was just thinking about this. I don't know whether to ask this question or not. Baba, there's a line which is natural self-respect. Can anyone just elaborate?
I'm sorry, sister, but your voice is slightly breaking, so I'm not able to hear you clearly.
Okay, I just want to. I just came across this line in the Murli. Natural self-respect.
Natural self-respect.
Yeah, and just anyone elaborate it?
Sorry, what's the question?
What is this natural self-respect?
Okay. Okay, so let's say you're working in a company and you got promoted. Okay, so you have a promotion in a company. In the same company that you work maybe 10 years, suddenly now you are the manager or something like that, like you've got the top position in the company. When you walk into your office, like there was a day when you had the previous status or position, and the next day you're walking into your office, but your cabin is changed. Now you have to sit in a different cabin and your position is changed. How are you going to feel when you walk into that office the next day, when you are going for the first time? So when we are talking about natural, like it is something that you don't have to think about. The moment you wear that suit, the moment you sit on that chair, the moment you are, you are performing in your new position, you already have that respect with you because you earned it, right? You earned that position. So in Baba's language, it would mean that you are already aware of your fortune. Baba has already given you that fortune. When you walk on the street, you don't walk as if, your teacher is the university teacher, as if you're being sustained by your parents, as if, it is already changed. You have elevated directions now. Baba is your teacher. Baba is the one who's teaching you, the one who's greatest of all. Now you walk on the street. So it's not about thinking that at that time, that Baba, you should have this already inside you. Then there is a natural self-respect. And respect comes when there is attainment. If there is no attainment, there is no respect, right? So something has been attained. If you take that one in, then you walk on the street. You don't have to say that you are a Brahmin. People will know that you are a Brahmin because that vibration will come out of you. And that is what I understand as natural self-respect. Maybe there is any other thoughts from anyone else would like to add, but this is what I think.
Very nicely explained.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, any other sharing before we have a little announcement a little bit after that, but just let's see if there is any question or any comment, anything.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you everyone, and Om Shanti to everyone. And today's Murli I like very much is the vibrational point. The powerful vibration is the most powerful than anything that give you more and more power. So the giving vibration is very much important. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Kalpesh bhai, this vibration, they stay on people's heart, but they stay in places also. You know, whenever there is powerful vibration, even the place, they also absorb this vibration. That's why we notice when we go to some places, there is no magic about the place. It's the people who are there and what vibration they have put in these places, like in Madhuban, in Baba's room, in all these places, in your centers. There are some areas where people have contributed their vibration there. And when somebody walks in, I remember when people used to walk into our center, they used to say, when we enter this, like as if there is a zone, when we enter this, we feel peace, you know. So experiment with this. It's not, the thing about it is that we don't talk about theory.
Yes, understood.
Yeah. So experiment and see that you can put vibration, you can vibrate, and all to be done very naturally, So there is a lot of work to be done.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I would just like to add, brother.
Yeah,
I would just
sure,
like
please.
to add, brother, what you just said. This vibration, such a nice example you've shared, that even the places have the vibration, etc. And I've actually experimented with this even at my workplaces, especially with certain people who, there's going to be some kind of dispute or debate, and not in a very friendly manner. You just send the vibrations to the people before you start the discussion.
Yeah.
And you just see the magic happening.
Yeah.
You can try this out. It really works. Thank you, Baba, for all that guidance.
Yeah, thank you. Very nice.
Arif Bhai, right now, so we can feel your pure vibrations in this session.
I hope so, yeah. Okay. So shall we do the announcement?
A simple example of
Yeah, please continue. I mean, we have time. I was
simple
just
example of
looking.
vibration.
Yeah.
A simple example that we can look at in how vibrations make a difference is even in Lokik world, if you go to any temple and take prasad or go to Gurudwara and take the Kada prasad, I think that taste we will never experience in whatever we make. Even if we have the same recipe to make it home, it will not give us the same taste. And that's the difference of a vibration, is what I think each one of us have experienced this sometime in our life.
Yeah. No, it's so beautiful and it's so true that everything, like everything is actually vibration. When you see a solid item, it is not solid, it's vibration. So that's why whenever we have our vibration, this vibration, they get like, as if pulled into that. And then we are always exchanging vibration. That's why, sometimes you don't realize, but somebody coming with some negative vibration, suddenly you start feeling wrong. Something is wrong. And that is not because anything happened. It's just that, somebody entered or you came into a field where there was this vibration. So the key is not that, we should avoid. No, we should create a vibration around us, that where we should have, like, imagine you are a center of a vibration, and imagine that, certain meters around you, you create this vibration, and anybody coming into that range should feel that vibration. So this is our homework. You get the homework also. So the homework is now become the center of a vibration. Okay, become a powerful transmitter, a powerful vibration transmitter, good vibration transmitter, and go around from today till tomorrow. Go around feeling that you are vibrating, and there is a range, there is a circumference around you. This whole range should experience that vibration. Go keep this in your mind. So there you go, your homework. Now maybe we can have announcement, then
Okay.
meditation.
Yes, I shall announce it. Just a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Om Shanti. We have special session this Sunday, 5th of December, by B.K. Harsha Pallibai from San Francisco. The topic of the session is Read God's Mind through Murli. Topic of the session is Read God's Mind through Murli. So we invite all the brothers and sisters of the Divine Family to join the session, and other Brahmin souls are also invited for this session. Spread this message as much as you can. So let's be there on 5th December. Om Shanti.
Okay, so we'll just
We can
enjoy.
move towards meditation.
Yes, so just not long, very short, so we can finish on time. We have overpassed the time, so just draw back yourself within yourself, letting go of the costume of your body, letting go of all your identities. Just drop all the extras and stabilize yourself in who you are. I, the soul, I'm in front of Baba, and Baba is looking at me, and Baba is seeing my fortune. Baba is so happy, and he's seeing me. I'm that child who has become so fortunate to be able to be selected to receive this knowledge. Out of all the souls of the world, Baba has selected me so that he can groom me and guide me, transform me into such a powerful source of vibration, of goodness. And not only to transform myself, but Baba has made me responsible for the world transformation. Baba has loved me, guided me, has filled in powers inside me so that I can share it with the world. In order for me to experience this, I need to create that powerful point form. I'm just this very tiny, extremely powerful, and I vibrate in all directions. Pure, positive, determined, always cooperative, understanding, cooperation can only come with acceptance. I accept everyone because I am not just a benefactor of the self, but I am the child of the world benefactor, master world benefactor. And I have to benefit the world. I have to create the world that I'm going to be in the future. Om Shanti. Thank you all for coming.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Have
Good
a
Om
night.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, Om Shanti.
Thank
Om
you.
Shanti. Thank you, Arif Bhai. So we
Om
shall
Shanti.
continue tomorrow with Arif Bhai also. So see you tomorrow at 5:30 am. Have a nice day. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Have a lovely day. Don't forget your homework.